Hi friends, welcome back to Nessa's Nook. So today I'm taking part of Natasha's May It Last collab. And what I'm making is my own cheddar cheese sauce that I can actually pour over noodles to make my own like Velveeta. Then the rest of this will actually have the Rotel tomatoes in there. And what I'm using is, 2 cans of this cheddar cheese sauce. Now this is not FDA approved, okay? Just letting that out there. Some people feel funny about that. Some people don't care. I've been doing this for a good 7 or 8 years. I feel very comfortable, confident with it, so I continue doing it. If you do not, please just scroll on. This is not the video for you. So what I'm going to be doing is taking, I have 8 of my jelly jars that I'm just going to do just with the cheese itself. The rest I'll mix the tomatoes here with the peppers and actually put that in there. And then what I'll be doing is I will be steam canning those to make them shelf stable. Like I said, I've been doing this for a good 7 years plus. I've never opened up a jar that was icky by any means. And it's just something we like to do. So Mark, when he does do macaroni and cheese, which we don't do a lot of macaroni and cheese because we're both not the most fondest of it. However, when he does, he likes a Velveeta type. And when I do this, I just add just a little bit of milk when I do my the cheese and the macaronis, and then that's what I do is, you know, we just do that and that becomes the macaroni and cheese and that makes it cheaper. So I'll bring you down here and show you what I'm doing. And I have 2 of those big containers sitting out here because I'll be making up quite a few of these today. And this cheese is quite thick. And so what's going to do is you're going to go ahead and put this in here. You are going to, it's got a little bit too much in there. You will be actually like burping these, you know, like going around getting all the air bubbles out. But you're going to want to go up to like the 1-inch head space. I know even though it's not the right type of canning because this is not FDA approved, you still want to do things safely and get the air bubbles out and do everything like you're supposed to do when you're canning, even if it's not things like that should be canned. You're still going to want to be as safe as possible doing it. And if I have to add a little bit more to each one, I will do that. But that's what I'll be doing is I'll be filling all these. I'll come back when it's time to put the tomatoes in and we'll show you that part and get that in the canner. Alright, so I have my little thing here and I'm actually debubbling the jars. I will have to add just a little bit more to that. But what you're just going to want to try to do is try to get as many of the bubbles out because this is actually thicker. So you're going to want to go around the whole edges, the center, everything. If you find that you're not at the 1-inch head space, like this one is not, you can add a little bit to it. If you find that you're over the 1-inch head space, take some out. Then the next step will be obviously wiping down the rims, putting the lids on, and putting the bands on. Alright, so I got all these filled and burped. And so what you have to do is clean around the rims, especially having that cheese sauce. That's not going to make for a good seal. If you had this, you're also feeling for any chips or anything in the cups here. So then what's going to happen from this stage, and always make sure you use a clean rag. It's not one that you've already been using in the kitchen. And then I have, right in front of me. Okay, then you have like, I have my 4 jar lids. There's a 10% discount code down below. And then what you're going to do is just put that on, not just like fingertip tight. I'll go ahead and finish the rest of these and I'll bring you back when it's time to mix the tomatoes in to make the queso. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put the Rotel tomatoes in here. I do put the juice in mine. You can choose to or not, but because I do add milk actually to my, when I do the macaroni and, you know, like the macaroni and cheese, you know, it does allow a little bit of liquid in here. So all you have to do is make sure you stir this all up really nice, as easy as you can get this stirred up. And I'll come back and show you how we're doing this. I'll get out the steam canner and explain that process to you also. And we'll get this canned and make this shelf stable. Alright, so we have the tomatoes in here. So I went and got my containers, and we're going to just do the same thing with this and get this actually taken care of. And we'll be doing the same thing, the 1 ounce or the 1 inch headspace, and cleaning the jars and everything. And we'll get this going, and I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Now I have 8 that has no tomatoes in it. I have 5 pints or jelly jars that has, so like when we have nachos, Mark doesn't always like to do this, he likes to have tacos. Then I have 8 containers that are pints. So for those who have not ever steam canned, I have this Vitro, I'll show you the brand here, Vitro, I can put it down below. But anyways, as you can see, there's like this green area, okay? And what this does is it works kind of like a pressure cooker. This is not, again, this is not a pressure cooker. But what happens is you start to warm up everything, it gets into the green, and once it's in the green, that's when you start timing it, because you don't have to use all the water that you would use in a regular water bath canner. So I have the right amount of water in both of my canners. As you can see, I have both of them on my stove. So I'm going to go ahead and get these in here, and I will bring you back once they're out and show you what they look like. Alright, so here's my queso and my cheddar for future meals. All the jars sealed. Tomorrow I'll wash off the jars and mark them and put them in the closet. So definitely check out the playlist of everybody else who's in this May It Last collab. And thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you all have a very blessed and wonderful day.